Oh, Canadians couldn't be more fired up that Larry Walker's going in the Hall. Only the second Canuck to do it after Fergie Jenkins, of course. Little sad that it's kind of sad that Larry had to go in with Jeter. A little bit overshadowed there. It's kind of like when Farrah Fawcett died and then Michael Jackson died right on top of her. For the love of balls! Welcome to the Poker Bunker. I'm Tim Steeves, and this is For the Love of Balls. It's not just a title, it's like an explanation, right? Or like a sentence. For the love of balls, and pucks, and fists, and what have you.
I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. The tug get rough in a primetime fight.
The Sunday Night Football song with Carrie Underwood makes no goddamn sense, right? I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. That made sense on Monday night. I've been waiting all day for Monday night, right? I'm back at the gig slagging it out. One more game tonight. I've been waiting all day for Monday night. Waiting all day for Sunday night? No, I haven't. I started watching pregame shows 16 and a half hours ago. Now I'm sitting here trying to stay conscious for Sunday night with a salsa stain in my tit. I'm down $450 and I'm about to get a fucking divorce. I can't even get the Sunday Nighter through Congress sometimes, because my wife, although tolerant of the amount of sports broadcasting consumption that I take in, she does have her limits, It's like playing 54 holes and then phoning up and going, hey, hon, we're just going to sneak a quick 9 in before it's fucking midnight dark out here. Did you see the giant hologram mixed reality panther Carolina had leaping around the stadium off the scoreboard and shit? Man, that had to take some of the heavy tailgaters by surprise. Hey, have a little decency. Some of us took an edible here. The NFL has a new rule this year, the number rule. It's a new number rule. Tom Brady doesn't like it. Brady thinks it's a stupid rule.
I think it's a stupid rule.
Stupid, because now linebackers and other position players on defense can wear kind of almost any number they want now. The linebackers can be anything from 1 to whatever and stuff. So now Brady's concerned because, this 6'4", 275-pound guy's coming around the corner at me, but he's got a 3 on, so he can't be meaning me any harm, right? Oops.
I think it's a stupid rule.
Basically, he's complaining he has a little more homework to do, right? Tom's pissed off because he's going to have to study what T.J. Watt looks like, And is it just going to be the Washington football team forever now? Like, doesn't it feel like they're a sulking kid in the sandbox that had a bunch of rules thrown at them? All, no, I'm just going to be the Washington football team. Well, you could name yourself something else. No, Washington football team. No, but go ahead, get creative. Name yourself something else. Something not real racist. Something that doesn't remind anybody of a failed genocide. Go that way. No, football team. DC's the only place where a couple of teams had to switch from offensive names, right? The Washington Bullets, no good. People are getting killed in the streets. So they go with Washington Wizards. Well, that fucking sucks. I'd rather play for a real dangerous bullet squad than a bunch of Gandalfs. Thou shalt not pass. Well, fuck, that's not good team basketball. You gotta swing it, brah. Fruit Loop sauce. A little white cheese Keith. White cheese Keith. Wicked. This is really nice looking. The world of golf couldn't be more exciting right now. You've got feuds. You got golf feuds. Oh, sexy, right? DeChambeau and Koepka hate each other. Oh my God, I'm on the edge of my seat, If it's not a cunty sideways glance, it's a sarcastic tweet. Oh, it's better than the Bruins Flyers of the 70s. Jesus Christ, your cleats are loud. I'm trying to talk. These fucking pussies need to go off and whack off under a tree somewhere, man. This is going to end up with somebody missing a 3-foot putt if we're not careful. Things are going to get dramatic around here. You got to love the American Ryder Cup team. Good locker room they got going, right? How does Koepka and Shambo hate each other, right? And Cantley and Shambo hate. Cantley hates Shambo. DeChambeau, right? DeChambeau, right? Well, fucking DeFrankenbo. DeFrankenbo. Look, me hit ball far. Me putt DeFrankenbo putt ball in hole. I love that putt. The putt looks like Frank DeFrankenbo. And then DJ hates one of them. Cantley hates Kepka and DJ hate each other. Cantley hates them all with his 55 beats a minute heart rate, you know? And then, of course, Patrick Reed, just fuck you, dick. They didn't even bring him. They tried to make a big excuse. Well, he was sick and stuff. No, he's a fucking asshole, and you don't want him on the goddamn team. He can make 40-foot bombs, and you still don't want him on the team. What a dick. Can you imagine if your scramble partners didn't call you on Sunday despite you making 3 40-footers last time out? You're an asshole. Sorry about your luck, Reed. He had double pneumonia and survived. He cheated death. You fucking heard me. Apparently Tiger Woods is recovering. Hasn't been a lot of news, obviously, or, press releases or anything like that. But apparently he's recovering. And despite all this time that he's had to binge watch stuff, he still hasn't watched that documentary where everyone he cut out of his life tells true shit about him for 4 hours. Apparently he hasn't. Apparently he hasn't touched it. He's been really into F1 Drive to Survive, mostly. That's what he's doing. MJ contacted him, apparently. Michael Jordan reached out and said, watching a documentary about yourself is easy as long as you get shit canned enough. You just have to pour 4 fingers of whiskey and get it down your neck. And those are Michael Jordan fingers, basically a beer stein of whiskey and a big stogie, and sit back and juggle your rings and you can get through it. Did we really have to see Evander Holyfield get knocked out? I mean, come on. The man's almost 60. He's gonna be 60. He should be at the golf course with his boys deciding between the prime rib and the seafood pasta. Go out and get yourself a convertible and get through this 3/4 life crisis. I mean, Belfort's still a bad, bad man. Evander knew he made a mistake the very first time he got touched, first time he got hit. He said to himself, this is a huge mistake. And then the second time he got hit, he said, spiders are good for a garden. Big Z, Zdeno Chara, has decided to come back for his 24th season in NHL. That's quite remarkable, especially, I mean, he's 44 friggin' years old, man, and people with gigantism usually don't make it past 30. I mean, it's just nice for the Slovak Goliath to be alive, for God's sakes, you know? What is he on skates, 10'6"? One time Al-Qaeda flew a jet into him and he finished his shift. Ha ha! Woo! I'm hot tonight. He's playing for the Islanders, the team that originally drafted him. He should be playing for Skull Island, for fuck's sakes, and D up with Kong. Look, oh, God bless you, you monosyllabic no, you're the monosyllabic one, you monosyllabic monolith.
You guys know the rules. What are we doing? It's a waste of time being a coach and being at your mercy.
All right, with football season well underway, it's time to check in on the how much does John Gruden give a fuck graph. Now, you see here in mid to late August, really didn't give a fuck. Like, not even half a fuck, you know. The fuck collector came around and Chucky Doll didn't have a single one to give. But then you see here, as we get into September, there is some movement towards giving somewhat of a fuck. Then, lo and behold, the Raiders get off to a quick 2-0 start, and at that point you can see Chucky Doll almost gives one entire single fuck. They get off to a good start. The Raiders look pretty good. I gotta admit, they look pretty good. Julius Erving, Dr. J, has left LeBron James off his top 10 players of all time list. And he relegated Michael Jordan to the B team. So obviously, Dr. J clinging to life tonight. Clearly brain dead. We're pulling for you, doctor. He's locked in some time warp memory of a rock the baby to sleep dunk he had a gazillion years ago. As much as I like to take a shit on Braun, I have to admit he's probably in the top 10 players of all time. Got to admit it. Just got to admit, as much of an MJ honk as I am, I got to say, he's probably in the top 10, yeah. Dr. J, however, probably not in the top 10, Dr. J. The NBA Referees Association says it was not hard for them to come to a vaccine mandate. It was the whole don't take a suitcase of money to cheat thing that was a sticking point. Some stuff is just hard to buy, right? little hard to swallow sometimes. Patrick Mahomes being excited on a State Farm ad to save on his car insurance. Like, fuck off. The guy makes about $2 million a game. He's all pumped up to bundle his home and auto. Fucking guy could go out and kill 2 pedestrians a week and still have protection on his Tesla, right? Come on, my Holmes, live a little. Then you've got Tom Brady for Subway. Come on. As if him and Giselle would put any of that garbage inside themselves. You know he's on a high, the TB12, we looked it up. He's on a high protein, plant-based diet that excludes pretty much everything. Gluten, dairy, corn, soy, MSG, coffee, alcohol, GMOs, sugar, trans fats, anything overly processed. In other words, Subway. Come on, man. Subway's the only franchise that has no tuna in its tuna, and they serve it on yoga mat bread. I'm sure Tom's all over it. That's how you play football till 50, motherfuckers. Well, that's for the love of balls. That's all the bits we got. That's all we got. You can't get blood from a stone, you insensitive bastards. Now we're just going to ship this thing to the Philippines for editing, see what Miguel thinks is funny.